Dude, it's only the beginning of January and we already have another tragic happening that just took place, in this case, in Minneapolis. And to see a woman who happens to be an American citizen, mind you, just get her life taken away by one of the ICE agents. Just like that. She gets her life taken away. I mean, I don't know exactly how that situation got initiated or what have you. I'm not going to really get into that. You know, the president that we have says that she was disorderly, not following instructions or what have you. And I heard that was all lies and what have you. You know, at this point, this is why I never like speaking about politics, because, you know, politics is such a dangerous subject that, you know, like, none of the videos that I ever made were about politics, and I'm not really gonna dive into that. It's, you know, as stressed as my life has been, as stressful as being as dump has been, as much as my home is, you know, politics to me is just the most stressful subject. Okay, and to see this happen, it's like, dude, I mean, I'm telling you, man, like these days, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video about humanity just going backwards. I'm gonna go more in depth into that. But first and foremost, man, I want to get into more about why I feel like I'm in danger now of just being in the outdoors in general. I mean, look what just happened to this woman. Like she was just trying to get away from a protester, and the next thing you know, like a group of ICE agents were trying to stop her and this and that. And for like a matter of seconds, like they're trying to get her out of the car, whatever it is. I mean, I don't know how that was gonna get situated out had she done so, but now it's like her life's been taken away from one of them. This is the world we live in, folks. Last year it was the LA wildfires in the Palisades and the Eaton areas. Mind you, last year was the 1-year anniversary where millions of people lost their homes due to those fires in both cities. I mean, just think about it. This is the world that we live in. Humanity is going backwards, and now you see, just like right at the beginning of January last year, there was like a bombing somewhere in what was it, like in Vegas or something like that. I mean, it's not like huge, but it's still a bombing somewhere, and that only happened on like January the 2nd. And something happened, like a mass shooting. I think it was at the, I forgot. It's some event, some sports event in New Orleans. That was just a New Year's Day. I mean, there can be no more New Year to start peacefully. And I'm saying this with a straight face. Coming into the new year. And this is another one of the reasons why I don't give a fuck anymore about going to a new year, because it can never start peacefully anymore. Once it's all happy New Year with the fireworks and everything, next thing you know, New Year's Day, something bad happens. I could have sworn I was watching a movie, man. But even now, this is what I learned from my parents in the past, from my family. Like what we used to see in those movies that is considered fictional, now it's all coming true in today's society. You know what I'm saying? You can see like a lot of, from the movies that I watched. Hell, I mean, just look. You can like what we see in the movies and even TV series that was considered fictional and can never come true in this world. Now I can see it happening in today's world. Okay? It can happen in today's world. Like, for example, I remember I was, as a kid, I used to watch Casper's Spirit Beginning like a million times, like damn near every Friday when I was still in elementary school, right? I remember this one or two scenes where, what was it? When Chris Carson, played by Brendan Ryan Barrett, was trying to lead his dad to introducing him to Casper, telling Casper to wait out the window, only to see Casper get taken by the ghostly trio to the Applegate mansion. And then next thing you know, it's like they had an argument, him and Mr. Carson, played by Steve Guttenberg, whose home, by the way, was one of the many that got burnt in the Palisades area. So they argued, and the next thing you know, it ends up being, Mr. Carson just literally trashing his stuff, most of his stuff. And there was a scene where when he said, "Chris, you clean this up," he literally throws it in the trash and then ends up leaving to go see the mayor, played by, God rest his soul, what's his name? Rodney Dangerfield, Mayor Hunt. And, don't be surprised. There may be some families now who act like that. And I remember that when Chris ran away just to get halted by the bullies, right, from school. Now those bullies had taken him to the Applegate mansion where the dynamite was already set, just for that place to be demolished by the next day. They somehow just throw Chris into that one hidden room that was right under the stairs, and then they lock them, and then they run away. Do you see that happening now in today's world? Yes. I wouldn't doubt it. Hell, the next thing you know, you might even see board games like the ones in Jumanji might come to life in today's world. You know what I'm saying? Or even like small figures, you put it in the magical cupboard. Now, those guys might even come to life. Remember the Indian in the cupboard? That's what that movie is. Or even Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise. When you see what you see there, even in these science fiction movies, can come true. Hell, I want to see a pod racer come to life, man. I want to ride a pod racer. Dude, this is what the world is, man. Everything that we think is only happening in the movies and in TV series, it's all coming true. Even worse than what we've seen in the movies and TV shows in the past. Especially with me growing up as a kid, when I used to learn that that movies were, a lot of these scenes that are just not true now are coming true in today's world. And then you see like people are just getting captured by those those ICE agents, and next thing you know, it's like a lot of them just didn't make it to live another day, including this woman. This is where our life is at, dude. And it makes me think now, like, look, I know Julio said that this world has been unsafe, but what he needs to realize, and as well as everyone else who says the same thing about the world always being unsafe, is that it's unsafe. It's never been unsafe at this level. You know what I'm saying? But it's just unfortunate, dude. I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm just scared for my life. I mean, I know I said that before with all these mass shootings that happened in 2021 and 2022. I think there was like a grand total of 6 or 7 mass shootings in 2021. And this was like right when the normal life was just starting to, the shutdown was happening in the first half of the year. But now in the second half, the normal life was slowly coming back. Hell, you got somebody just right on top of Supreme Scream in July. That was when me, Robbie, and Julio went to Vegas at that time. And I think it was our second day, and we found out about that. I think when we were there, I said, dude, what is happening to this world, folks? This ain't planet Earth anymore. You know what I'm saying? You get these people acting like inhuman people. It's not humanity anymore. Humanity is never going to go forward. It's going to go backward, and it will continue to go backward, especially with the widespread involvement of AI. For goodness gracious, it's like I've already been miserable enough trying to get out of this dump. But, now what I'm seeing in this world, it almost makes me think, how much further am I going to be held back? How much further? I mean, I've been going out I mean, I have not been going out as much, but I mean, I used to go out way back there a whole lot. Now I'm at the point now where if I go out, I got to be careful with some places, as far as like, certain areas, because who knows? If I end up walking somewhere, I can walk around my own neighborhood or just sit off the street. And if an ICE agent comes out, I'm gonna, I'll never know what's gonna happen to me. Or even just I could be going to a friend's party, and next thing you know, what if a mass shooting happens? People are telling me, well, you can't just not want to go out. I remember L'Oreal telling me like, well, you still gotta go out no matter what, because if you're gonna stay home forever, you're gonna be like that. Look, I'm just like she could say all that, and it's like, for people like her, I'm sure she's like she's an outgoer like that, and I get it, but I mean, it's like it's to a point where it just it's just I don't even know, man. As much as possible, I'm trying to not let anything like this faze me, and this is exactly why I just don't like watching the news anymore. I said it earlier in the morning video of when I talked about not wanting to celebrate my birthday anymore with friends, when I mentioned in the beginning about I don't fuck with the news like that anymore. It's just too much of what I'm seeing. Hell, I'm at the point where I just don't want to watch the news. But it's like I'm not living in a place by myself, and so it's just I just hate what I'm seeing. I want to watch cartoons, for crying out loud. I want to play video games, for crying out loud. But it's just so much going on in the house, like to see just too much. I can barely even move at a normal pace. Just having to constantly knock stuff. My life is a total hell, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I get that everybody has problems. I get that all my ex-close friends and even my current friends have their own set of problems. But when it comes to mine, my problems show that my life is a total hellhole at this point. Way worse than theirs. I don't care what anybody thinks. But it is what it is, man. Humanity has just gone backwards from the standpoint of it's just overly weird things happening. And I say that to say this world is just gonna fall apart sooner than later. We may see the end of the world just come sooner or later. Okay? And only time can tell. I mean, usually it's Mother Nature that would decide that. I mean, I can send my prayers every single day, but just for the world to get better and all that. But we all know it's never going to get better. This world will never get better. Society will get worse. The world will continue to get worse, man. So I'm at the point now where I'm just trying to just live my life. But even that's already hard to do. The more I see stuff like this on the news, for people like that have seen that woman getting her life taken away by an ICE agent in Minneapolis, it's going to be very traumatizing for them. I don't doubt that a lot of people are having so much trauma experience, like over a lot of these beyond bad things that are happening. It's like even everyone in this world knows that what they're seeing on the news, or what they've been seeing since the return of normal life, or even just the pandemic, to be more specific. It's like what they see in the movies can even happen in real life now. It's like what I mentioned in the examples of watching Casper's Spirit at the beginning. I know that's just a small sample size, but from many of the other movies and TV series that I watched, even a lot of those scenes that may be considered too fictional, that it's never going to happen, supposedly would never happen in this world. Now it may just happen. Hell, you may even see a lot of maybe sci-fi, but it can just turn into dude, this whole world is just becoming a freaking like a movie by itself. That's how backwards humanity has been. So I'm just like, I'm kind of in a loss of words in that, it's just time after time, it's just so much of this happening. And even to see this only in the beginning of January, man, I mean, I remember just last year, it was the wildfires. Then obviously in 2020, Kobe died from the helicopter crash. It's going to be 6 years this year, man. And trust me, it's still going to feel like yesterday. Man, I mean, I'm kind of speechless at this point because, this is what this world has come to. Humanity is going to continue to go backwards with many more people that's going to cause mass shootings, and it's like part of that is why I feel like I can never be the same person. Hell, I've already done some overly weird stuff that I'm never gonna talk about on this channel. But shoot, I mean, I could just keep a lot of that to myself. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm still not gonna reveal what I've been through and all of that. Like, as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna leave it out to what I said. If anyone that just wants to really hear me out, well, that's where I will need a site like a Patreon or some other site like where it's not YouTube that or to where like I can reveal all of my personal things about me like that. But for me, it's like I'm kind of part of the what the world is now, but I'm not going to be at the extent of just also how people just function these days. I mean, Eugene's been saying it a lot of times, like, this is the tough economy we live in. This is the tough times we live in. It's just, it's just too much going on. Now there's like these ICE agents are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But for my sake, yeah, I'm still going to go out, but I got to be real careful. I'm trying to not let anything like this get to me. The outdoors are pretty much my remedy at this point. If I need to distress from this dump, if I need to distress, like I'm at the point where like every single day I'm just trying to distress from this dump, and it's just sad, dude, because I hate to always find myself being stressed and frustrated that I can never be myself, that I'm always lashing out at some of my then close friends, and even the ones I'm still friends with, that it has to take me just being at a park close by or even at the mall just so I can walk in distress to the point where I gotta reset myself. But I'm not gonna try to let this get to me too much. I know it's just the beginning of January. I know my birthday's coming up, but shoot, I don't want to even think about that yet. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that, dude. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a rant here, and with the way that the world is swinging, it's never gonna be what it used to be. Point blank, period. So, and I'm never going to talk about politics in my life. So, peace out, everyone.